Okay. Okay, I'm trying to make sure we don't have feedback. Maybe I did it. Okay. No, we do. Let me get it. Where is it? Okay, I'm trying to make sure. Okay. Now we should be okay. How are you today? I cannot hear you.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
good. Can you hear me now?
now.
Okay.
Good. I appreciate you turning your camera. Thank you.
Yeah, we're still adjusting. It'll be really on point by this evening.
All right. Okay. I have a couple of housekeeping things I need to go through real quick. Uh,
Okay.
then, this is an open agenda and you direct me on how you want to spend the time. One is the site visit. Although we're only supposedly visiting sites by our contracted facility in Fresno, which is St. Agnes, but this is your first unit, and I would like to do a site visit at your place.
Okay.
Who do I need to contact to make that happen? And what's the best day for you?
So I'm there on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays.
Right.
Um, Chaplain Royce, I would think is the person you would need to contact. Do you have his information?
Is Chaplain Rice the person on the timesheet?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'll
Yes.
reach out to Chaplain Royce. What times on Friday are you there?
From 9 to 4.
Okay. I will reach out and try to make it happen as soon as I can. It would be great if it could happen this Friday, but I don't think I can pull that off. But maybe by next week, because I don't
Yeah.
want to go too far. And all the
And
sites,
then okay, so wait a minute. Next week he's gonna be there.
okay.
And then the week after, he's not gonna be there. I'm gonna be,
Okay.
yeah.
So that might work. The so this week is, oh my goodness, I need a calendar.
I know.
So this week is the 26th, and you're saying he'll be there next week, the 3rd.
Yes.
He'll be there the 26th and the 3rd.
And the third.
Okay, maybe we'll aim for the 3rd.
Okay.
I'll try to work it out on my end. And all the site visit entails is I have a brief conversation with him. And then does he have any concerns or anything he'd like to share? And then I get through the arrangements he's made, I will go with you to visit, in your case, it's hospitals or patients. And you walk in the room, you introduce yourself, you introduce me, you ask them if it's okay, if I just observe, I'm just there to observe. You're a chaplain in training, I'm one of your educators. And that's it. And
Okay.
then we do that maybe a couple times, and then we leave and we debrief.
Okay.
We have a little education. And what this allows, for one, I get to check on where you are, right? Make sure you're safe.
Uh-huh.
And obviously, we think you are because, we haven't checked yet. And this unit for you is a hybrid CPE unit because your instructor comes on site. And
Okay.
never happen again in the course of your 4 units, in which case those will all simply be virtual CPE units because no one ever comes on site. You
Okay.
always have a preceptor, an on-site preceptor. Okay?
So, and then the preceptor, that would be Chaplain Royce,
That's
is
Chaplain.
mine currently. Okay.
And if Chaplain Rice had any concerns, I would ask, are they concerns that is this he or she?
He.
I would ask, are these concerns that he can share with you, or has he shared with you directly, or any of that? Because that's what I would encourage, direct
Yeah.
communication. I can be present or not. And does he have any concerns about the program? That's the weightier part of our conversation. Any gaps in our preparation of students, anything on our end you want us to do, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's not a negative checking up on you, it's a supporting you. And
Okay.
me as one of your educators an opportunity to see you in action, it just enables me to better appreciate your pastoral and spiritual care skills. It's really an opportunity for you and I to just celebrate how awesome you are. Okay.
Okay, I'll take that.
All right. Do that. And I did get your reflection paper, sent it back later. So, but I didn't receive it before. That one you sent, the last one was the only one I got. So when that happens, when you send the hours, I tend to try to respond and just say thank you. I don't respond to the reflection paper because I'm reading it and giving comments. So
Yeah,
I have comments back the next day from me on my reflection paper, and I haven't sent you an email saying I didn't get it. It means I didn't get it because I
okay,
very, very early Monday morning. Sometimes it's 1 a.m., sometimes it's all the way till 7, 8, whatever. I just try to fit it in because
uh-huh,
I don't know when I'm gonna fit it in during the week. And the intent in that feedback is if you want to discuss it here, we can, but even if we don't, you still have some feedback on it.
right. Yeah, I did see it. I saw your feedback. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened. I thought maybe I forgot to hit send or something. But then when so I sent it again. But when I looked in my sent, it showed that it was sent on Sunday,
And
the
that it
20.
was attached. Okay.
Yeah. So
Never,
I don't know what happened.
right. Sometimes the firewall at the hospital can block something, especially when it's,
Hmm.
but now that, we've had a few, it'll start to recognize it as a safe person. If we have the problem again, we'll just revert to the Yahoo email, but
Oh, okay.
we'll switch to that. And then the last thing was your goals and statement, care statement.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
You would present that tonight to group.
Oh, so I was supposed to have that ready?
Yes, well, actually, it was due last week, but you weren't here. So last week,
Um,
if you look at your syllabus for September 10th, I think I got it right.
yeah,
No,
because you switched because I wasn't here. That's right.
right. And so it's 17th, not 10th. So we switched. So it's your statement and your goals. We did them on the 17th because you weren't here. And so everyone said, hey, this is a statement of who I am as a spiritual caregiver, and here are my goals for the unit. Have you had an opportunity to do that assignment?
No, I haven't. But
Okay.
I will do it when I get off here. It'll be ready for tonight.
Okay. And you only have a window of 30 minutes. So you'll read it. You'll read and then there's a description of how to do it in the handbook.
Handbook.
Yeah,
Okay.
not long. It says, this is my image. And a lot of people have an image, but this is my understanding of myself as a spiritual caregiver. And then we'll give you feedback. And as you
Okay.
test in your units, that grows as well. And then
Okay.
in terms of your goals, since you haven't done it, let me encourage you, don't choose 50. That would be 47 too many.
Okay.
You only need a few. Like, this is what I'm noticing about myself already. Here's one of the goals I want to work on. And then you try to connect it to one of your outcomes. So this falls under the outcome of this. And then we give you feedback on that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yes, you'll present that. Alfredo didn't get to present his goals because he didn't have them. So he
Hmm.
his goals, and then you'll go, and that'll be it.
Okay.
Caught up on that part. For the rest of what you missed on the 17th, in terms of how will we make it up, it's 5 educational hours.
Okay.
And from our handout, we have a total of 106.
Yeah, so I can't miss anymore.
That's right. You can't miss any more. And I really decreased the amount I did on personality to minimize what you would miss on that. So
Okay.
no additional makeup in terms of those hours. Those are just missing hours. And like you said, you can't miss any more. If you do, then we need to formally make those hours up because you're going to fall below 100 educational hours.
Okay.
Because the goal is 100, but as you see from the syllabus, we have 106. What you would also notice on that page on the syllabus, and it's page, it's just helpful for you to look at it, 18. So you,
Page 18.
page 18. So it says total education hours, 106 hours.
Oh, yes, I see.
So you've missed 5, so you're still okay. That's why we're not
Okay.
following those up.
Okay.
Here's the other piece. In there where it says on-site supervision, I don't count that time because everybody doesn't have a site visit. But that counts as educational time too. So when I come to you, I'm observing you, we go debrief, we may go over some of your outcomes or indicators. We'll spend at
Mhm.
least an hour, maybe 2 together. So those
Okay.
are additional education hours. And I'll
Oh,
record what it is. So I want you to know that you're on track for meeting your
oh.
100. But like you said, you don't have
uh,
much wiggle room.
Yeah, I should be okay. I think I told you before I'm having surgery in
Yeah.
November, but it just works out because that's the 2 weeks that we're doing the film reviews,
Mhm.
and I should be able to do those with no problem,
Okay, so great. All
Yeah.
right, excellent. So that was all that I had in terms of just to make sure you had those nuts and bolts. And I could send you the personality didactic, but I don't think it's very helpful without the conversation. But if you want me
Okay.
to,
I'm good.
okay. All right, so this is your time. What did you want to go over today in IS?
Well, I did pull up the IS preparation and reflection sheet.
Yes.
And so am I supposed to, I know, I mean, I didn't think I was expected to have it done this time because we hadn't had one. But do I complete that after the visit? How does that work?
It's really up to you. It is a guideline to give you some ideas on how to structure this time so you maximize it for your education. So if you fill out one before, after, or you don't, that's fine with me. You may decide this week I need to look at my weekly reflection. You may decide I need to go over my outcomes and indicators. I'm not sure I'm doing this right. You may decide I want to talk about group dynamics or whatever. So it's an intent to make you be intentional about this time.
Okay,
So
okay.
I don't collect it. It's up
It's
to you.
not an assignment that I have to turn in.
No, but you need to be intentional about how you use this time. That's it.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not looking for you to turn it in. The things I'm looking for you to turn in are the outcomes, the weekly reflection, the ones that are listed on the syllabus. So even after you present your goals and statement today, please do email it to me.
Okay. Okay.
So to just give you a heads up to prepare for class tonight, I would encourage you to go to the place in the handout where it has the interfaith reflection, and it has
Okay.
little, mine is so tiny, can't see it, but it has a little grid. It's 516, 5.16, Interfaith Spiritual Reflection Evaluation Form. You want to have a couple of those handy so that when someone else does the reflection, tonight it'll be Alice, you can go through and fill out that form. So when we turn to give feedback, it isn't just, oh, that was really nice. No, you're kind of looking at that form. Has Alice accomplished the things in this form?
Oh, thank you. Okay, good.
But
That,
you also want to look at that form and give concrete feedback. Actually, Alice, you did ask me to believe something I don't believe, et cetera, et cetera. And it's not a long form, it's about 10 questions, but it will
okay.
give you a reflection.
Thank you. I appreciate that because this is I believe I'm understanding why it's happening this way, but I just feel like everything is like cold turkey. Like I, I'm just like jumping in without real direction or guidance, even with the being doing the chaplain work or the spiritual care work at the hospital. He didn't want me to go in with him, Chaplain Royce.
I read that. Yeah, I thought that was good wisdom.
Yeah, and I understand now. I at that time it scared the mess out of me. I mean, it's like I've never done this before. I've never. I mean, I talk to people, all the time, but as far as providing spiritual care and in that medical setting. I've worked in hospitals for years, but just being a spiritual caregiver, I didn't know what that looked like or what it felt like or what I should
Yeah.
say or do. I feel much better now
Good.
about it. Still not there, I haven't
Right.
arrived, but I do feel better. I do now. I understand what what he was saying. He said, "I don't want you to be like me." He said, "I want you to be you." You know. So he's Chaplain Royce is really good. I don't know. I think he went through CPE and all of that, but he's been at.
Yeah.
Is that a requirement for all the?
For Kaiser, yes, 4 units of CPE.
Oh, okay.
Every place is different. Some require
Uh-huh.
none, some require none. But
Okay.
90% of your hospitals require all the way up to board certification, but they will hire you once you've finished 4 units. Some will hire you at 2 units.
Oh, okay.
So,
Uh,
so you will understand tonight why I thought it was important to switch and push the material you would have missed back to tonight. It's going to
okay.
come together. So when we get to the end of our didactics, when we go into IPG, I expect you to say, okay, now I get it.
Okay.
Because right now, it makes sense that you don't. But you'll really
Okay, good.
appreciate why pushing all this back needed to happen. Because if you had missed all this, it just, but tonight. So when we go,
Yeah, it's a
good.
lot.
Because the other thing I did, Audrey, and again, appreciation to your colleagues, I asked them, would you please allow me to not have IPG last week, even though we had time? So
Mhm.
because I don't want Audrey to miss the first IPG with our group. It's such
Oh,
an important part of forming a group. So they would have formed a little bit more as a group without you.
right,
You're
right.
coming into that space and then you're having to figure out, but they haven't had one yet. So
Oh, well, thank you. I
right.
appreciate that.
And like I said, I expect you to go into IPG going, okay, now I get it.
Okay. Well, I
If
can't
you
wait.
don't, if you don't, go in the group saying that too. I don't get it, and let them help you.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that so I could let you know that as well. It's all of our first tonight. Good. Now, one of the things you don't have, and I don't want to take over your time, so let me shut up. I have another thought for you, but I want
Well,
you
I'm interested.
to.
I'm
Okay, so
yeah.
here's my other thought. Um, I'm a member of a group. The members of my group presented their statement of spiritual care and their learning goals. I am coming alongside them as a member of this group, right? If I were you, as a member of the group, and I want to support them in their learning goals. And it's nice to have an idea of their statement. So if you did not receive an email with their statement and their learning goals, it would be great to ask them for it.
And I did get Alice's,
Good.
and I was thinking, did she send it by mistake? I didn't know if it was something confidential because I hadn't read what the statement and goals were. And so I thought maybe it was an accident, and she meant to send it to you.
Right. She did send it to me. And you have the option of sending it to your peers as well. So you can ask. hey, I have Alice's, but I don't have everyone else's. I know I wasn't here for the presentation. Would you mind sharing it with me? Either they will or they won't. But what that
Yeah,
demonstrates is your awareness. Hey, we're in this together, helping each other. So
yeah,
when you send yours to me after you've presented and got our feedback, send it to everyone because
okay.
we then can give you feedback. You know, Audrey, you are knocking this goal out. Or Audrey, you haven't touched this goal. We're learning together.
Yeah,
And of course, Alice, this is her third group. So it makes sense to me, she would automatically send it to you.
yeah,
And others may choose not to, and if they do, that's fine. It's okay. They presented it in group, and I can't share it with you. It will be up to them. So,
okay.
but you get why that's important because you're saying, hey, I just wasn't absent and what I missed doesn't matter. No, it matters because it was all about them.
Right, okay,
So we're taking time out today to have you share. So it just allows you to really begin to what I would call exercise your authority, author who you are in the group. I'm
mhm,
a co-learner.
okay.
Okay. Good. Very good. That's it for me.
You had asked in the reflection paper, in your comment, what was I reading?
Yes.
And is that so? Well, I was getting ready to say, is that okay? But I know you're gonna say depends on you. It's what I feel like I need to do. But it's a book called Never Lose Hope, just a little book that I just keep in my pocket. Someone gave it to me a long time ago, but it has you know, different encouragement for healing, encouragement for pain, grief. And it's by Chuck Swindoll. He wrote it. And then it gives a little scripture, and then he just writes this encouragement. So when I don't know what to say, I just pull it out, pull the book out, and I read from that
See what Chuck
uh,
says. Okay.
and see what Chuck says.
Okay.
And in one case, well, in the case that I think I wrote the reflection about, it was the lady in ICU. So I didn't really I didn't tell her what I was doing. In another case where the man, he had a trach and he couldn't speak. So there could not be any dialogue. And I asked him if it was okay if I read to him. And he, nodded yes. And so I was able to read. So I don't do it with every patient,
Hmm.
but when they can't guide the conversation, because I'm really learning to take my cues, from them. But when they can't give me any, then I just, instead of me just making up stuff, I just pull out the book and read that. If um they're Christian, it depends on, what their faith is as
Hmm.
well.
How do you know that the woman who couldn't communicate with you was Christian?
In her chart. So if it's somebody in somebody who can't communicate, I usually ask their family if they're a lot of times in ICU, there's family present. With this particular lady, I had noticed for 2 days, like every time I walked by there was nobody ever, in her room. And the first time I just didn't know what to do, what to say. And I talked to Chaplain Royce about it a little bit, and he said, just stand there and do whatever comes to you. So I was able to get some information about her, you know,
For
how
her.
long she had been there and from her chart. And so that's why I chose to read to her. She, I don't know if she, could hear me. She did make a little bit of movement, but sometimes, being on the machine, they move a little bit anyway. So I don't know if her movement was in response to me.
Well, how do you feel about it?
I feel good about it because I felt like I did something. I didn't know what to do, in the beginning or what to offer, but I felt like I should offer something.
So,
Somebody, my sister, who's an RN, she worked in hospice for a long time. She talks about how the hearing is the last to go.
Mhm.
And so she reminded me, because I told her, I said, I had to go to ICU. I worked in psych. I hadn't worked in the acute, hospital setting. And she was telling me that the hearing is the last to go. She said, so you can speak, you know, say their name, just, how you doing? Introduce yourself. She was telling me that you just you can't judge. So I felt good afterwards. I felt like she had somebody there, because looking at her record, the lady was 97, um, probably had lost a lot of family members. She's, because of her age, but she's still there. So this would be the second week. She's still there, and still I have never seen anybody in her room.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's powerful. I think that's very powerful. I appreciate you giving me the context. I was curious how you chose the particular text you prayed, and I was curious what you prayed. So what
Mhm.
did you pray for?
So first I prayed, because of my faith, you know, yeah, I didn't pray out loud. It was really a silent prayer initially, but first I prayed and asked God to tell me what to pray, to even tell me what to do. Like, Lord, what should I do? Um, and that's when the idea of the book, to read came out. But I just prayed for the patient, for comfort, for peace, that as simple as that. Just, Lord, give her comfort and peace. And if there's any pain, help her, just that kind of prayer.
Hmm.
Um,
You just
Nothing
try to put
specific.
yourself in her position. Okay.
Yeah,
And you prayed a Christian prayer because the chart says Christian, which
right,
is reasonable. Do understand that there are a whole, her Christian is not your Christian.
right,
So
right,
I think it's great that you went broad like you did. And I understand you resonating. Sometimes I have said, I introduced myself to the ICU patient, and I've said, your chart says you're Christian, and they may acknowledge that or not. And so I would like to pray with you and for you. If there's any way for me to communicate with them, I try that, but I realize this is a situation
right.
that you can't.
Mhm.
I want them to know what I'm doing because I do believe that they can hear me. And I say, I'm going to offer a pace of silence for you to insert in the prayer whatever you want to insert. And sometimes I make a little joke. I say, even if you want to erase something I just said, and I'll smile. And with permission, if they can grant me permission to touch them, I'll touch them. If they can't, I'll say I'm gonna place my hand on your bed. So I won't touch a body without permission.
Right.
And I'll do that. And I won't close my eyes. That's right. And then I'll be silent. Because just because they can't communicate with me doesn't mean they can't communicate with God.
Mm,
And then I will end the prayer. And that's great. I did something. And that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to do something. I want to encourage you that you also want to just be something,
yeah.
just be present and silent. So you introduce yourself. I'm just going to be with you here for whatever it is you're able to be. I'm going to be here with you for 5 minutes. I'm just going to be here in this sacred space with you and be still. You're not alone. And shut up
Mm,
and just be in that space. What I have experienced is sometimes tears, sometimes a visible exhale, like, I'm not alone. And whatever time I said, I'll be there for that time. And if I'm able to return, I'll say, I will come back again. And that's it. So it pushes me to not think I'm doing something,
yeah.
but it forces me to realize I got to be something and be something for someone who can't tell me to shut up because I may pray something they just don't want to pray. Their prayer may simply be, God, take me now.
Yeah.
I may pray for removal of pain. They're like, no, remove my damn life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they can't say it.
But and that's why I was cautious not to say heal, Lord, and
Yeah,
that kind of
that was great.
prayer, Yeah.
I felt like it was awesome visit. Yeah. And I appreciate your sharing because you're saying, hey, I prayed, what do I do? And then what came to mind was this. And I
Yeah.
knew this from the charts. I felt like it would be okay. I think you were right. And then you prayed. That's powerful. And like you said, you've observed no one else has been in the room. And it could be because all sorts of reasons, including everybody else. She outlived everybody.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah. So that was powerful. And she'll never be able to, the best of our ability, we don't imagine she'll be able to tell you how much she just appreciated that kindness of your gentle presence, in addition to the words you read and to the prayer. How's that feel?
Yes. Yeah, that's comforting for me.
Good.
Um, it feels enough.
Yeah.
It feels enough. Like what I did was enough.
Yes. Yes. And it
Yeah.
mattered. It
And
mattered.
I'm learning to be to to feel that when you feel it's enough, enough is enough.
Yeah.
I'm really learning that, not second guessing myself or this or that. Just be authentic, offer what you can offer, and let that be enough.
Amen. Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad you're on this journey. Yeah.
Yeah, I am too. And I could honestly say, I mean, God led me this way. Um, but
Why
it
that
is
way?
much.
Why'd you say it that way? God led me that way.
Well, because it wasn't something like on my list. Like I want to go to CPE. I mean, um, but
Yeah.
it was like I knew I wanted to do chaplain work, um, and I've been in the, healthcare, so I'm okay with being in hospitals, but I had no idea what CPE was and the extent of information and education that I'm getting, not just about chaplain work, but about me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm beginning to really understand why I need to really know me and learn about me and be
Yeah.
aware, of who I am. Uh, because I can't, you can't give what you don't have. So
Mhm. And
yeah.
you're worth knowing. You're worth knowing. That's awesome. Good. Very good. Well,
Yeah. So
I'll give you one more perspective on the IS time. It is 30 minutes because the longer you're here, the less time you need. But it
okay.
has the option of going to 45 if we should need additional time. And then as stated in there, and if you need even more, we can schedule it. And in the first unit, it's helpful to have more time because you might do things like, okay, here's my outcome indicating tracker document. I want to put it on the screen. Am I doing this thing right? And you may be 5 or 6 outcomes in. Okay. So we might do that because you don't want to get to the end of the unit and
No, if we, I knew that there was so much stuff, this is our first time. I am definitely going to be bringing that to one of the meetings, the outcome indicator, because I'm not sure. I'm just,
right.
just not sure if I'm focusing on the right thing. So maybe in the next meeting, we can look at that.
I think that's fine. When I say it's your agenda, it really is. And as I said before with the reflection, it's about just making you be intentional about using this time. So it's good. And this is our first one, and you do have work to do. And I'm happy to end right here if you'd like to get started on your.
Yes, I have that the spiritual goal. So I have set Wednesday aside for a lot of my work, my class assignments, and then I have Thursday off, like no clinical, no education. It's meditation, it's self-care, it's catch up, you know. So I'm trying to organize myself so that I'm not overwhelmed
That's nice. So you like to be organized.
too. I
That's
do.
I'm
Yeah.
that's a personality. That's a personality trait. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. All right, Audrey. I will see you at
Okay.
4:30. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. But again, on a day like today, text me. Don't just email me because I might not get to it in time.
Did you get a text yesterday? I think
From you,
I text the wrong number.
you did because I don't have a text from you. Tell me your phone number.
408-836-3339.
510 or 408.
It's 408. I sent it to a 510.
Okay. All right. Well, do it again. 408.
836-3339.
It's not coming up. 3339. Okay. Well, I just called you. So now I'll save it. I'll put your name on it. And you know how they come up
Yeah.
much clearer? Okay.
Okay, I'll save you too.
Was there something?
No, I was just trying to see if you had received the document.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're saved.
All right. Well, I
All
will
right.
see
I will
you.
see you tonight. It'll get here faster than you want.
I know.
All right.
Thank you so
See you
much.
later. Thank
Okay.
you.